Hey guys, how is everybody doing? So tonight we got our second episode of Chucky season 3 part 1 titled Let the Right One or Let the One In or something like that. It's something like that. It's based off the remake of Let the Left One In or something like that. It's based off the title's based off that movie, so you should understand. So, I really enjoyed the first episode that generally surprised me after the very disappointing second season, and after that first episode, I was generally surprised and I thought I was going to enjoy the season a lot more. But after this episode, I'm a little bit mixed, I'm going to be honest. I enjoyed some of the stuff going on here. I think there's some pretty interesting stuff going on here, like Chucky having to kill like six people because he killed one person in the first episode and now he killed two people in this episode. And he says that, okay, I have three down and there's three more to go. So I don't I'm pretty interested in Chucky's plan, and I'm pretty what's the word? I'm just gonna say interested again. Pretty interested to see what Chucky's plan is, what he's planning, what he's up to again. But I'm really hoping it's kind of not gonna be drawn out like the first season of Chucky was. I would probably not like that, but then it kind of feels repetitive after a while. And I'm actually kind of liking Devon Sawa in this season too. I when did my first episode reaction, I said I was a bit mixed of him coming back, but in this episode, I seem to enjoy him a little bit more. I'm not gonna lie, so far this is probably the best performance he's given out in this series. Maybe I don't know, possibly, but the hair out of your face, sir. But yeah, I was a bit mixed on this episode. There's will be spoilers in these little reviews. So in the all these reviews that I do, there will be spoilers. So go check it out on Peacock on Thursdays if you have Peacock. So go check that out. But yeah, I did think Devon Sawa was a little bit better in this season, and I also just didn't like how they killed off the teacher from Chucky season 1, who is the teacher, the science teacher in the first season, and then ends up becoming the foster mom for Jake, Devon, and Lexi, and she gets killed off in this episode. She gets suffocated to death with the flag, which is a pretty unique kill. I was really kind of bummed about that because the second they started doing, and when I watched the trailer for this season, I kind of saw that she wasn't in many of she wasn't in the trailer much. She wasn't in any of the TV spots, so I knew they were gonna do something to her. Maybe she wasn't just gonna be in it much, but no, they just killed her. And I will say this though, the first kill that we get in this movie, where Chucky cuts the girl's neck with like the letter opener. I thought that kill was gnarly to where he cuts it like once or like two or three times with like slits her throat like once or like three times or two times like twice or something like that. And then she's just walking around, blood is just spraying out of her, like just like the blood just spraying out of her neck was really gnarly. Then all of a sudden her head just like tips back and just comes completely off. That was pretty gnarly, and I thought that was a pretty cool kill. And I couldn't help but laugh a little bit just for how comedic it was. But comedic wise, this episode was pretty comedic. I'm pretty sure the next morning I'm gonna see a lot of other YouTubers talk about this episode and review it and say that that they were mixed on it. I'm pretty sure that this episode is gonna devise fans. I'm pretty sure because in this episode I wasn't really into it really much, and they're also doing like this weird relationship thing with Lexi and the older brother in the White House. I forget his name. What's his name? Get out of here. Notifications. Forget his name, but get out of here. Why is shit showing up right now? Anyways, yeah, I was a bit again. I don't want to sound repetitive, but I was a bit mixed on this. I was a bit disappointed to where I was really excited to what the show had to offer me, and now I'm kind of like in the middle now about this season. But we have two more episodes to go for part one, and then next year we're gonna get the rest of the season. But as of right now, on this episode, I'm mixed. I'm pretty interested how they're gonna play it off, and there's also like a side story going on in this episode to where apparently this guy doesn't want the whole country to know or the whole White House to know that there's this mass killer in the White House, and so he's kind of hiding the bodies for Chucky. So I wouldn't be surprised if they revealed later on in the show that he's actually working for Chucky, that he's actually an ally of Chucky. If they introduce that, I wouldn't be surprised whatsoever. And he's kind of blackmailing the wife of Devin Sawa, the president of this show, that apparently they had an affair at one point, and that he's going to release it upon the world and kind of get him de-elected or kind of get him kicked off as the president. But I don't know how they're going to play that off. That I'm kind of negative on. That is the only thing I'm like, that's a really generic thing to do. I don't really like what they're doing with it. But maybe once we get the third episode or fourth episode, third episode is going to be about Jennifer Tilly from what I saw. Yeah, again, bit mixed. There are some things going on here to where they're showing off stuff to really. I really hope that they pay it off in the next episodes to where it's not like Chuck season 2 where they introduce us to something and then it's booted off to the side like it never happened. I really hope they don't do that. If they do that, then it's basically going to be Chuck season 2.0. Yeah, mixed. I'm looking forward to the rest of this season, but I'm going in skeptical again because after this episode, I'm a little scared of what they're going to be doing. But yeah, those are my thoughts on Chucky season 3, episode 2. Let the right one in. Thank you all so much for watching. If you like this video, like it. If you love to subscribe, hit the bell notification so you will get notified for my latest videos. And if you're a huge Chucky fan and you want to see more Chucky content, also hit the subscribe and bell notification so you will get notified for me and this boy right here on his new content for the next 2 weeks. And the fall and next year with the other 4 episodes. Thank you all so much for watching, and of course, as next time I will, and of course, until my next video, I'll see you all next time.